Hi everyone, my name is Debbie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you are new here, I'm a reseller. I've been selling for 17 years. I sell mainly on eBay and Poshmark, and on this channel, my goal is to share my experiences through the years and what I have learned and continue to learn to help others out there that are doing the same thing, or if you are learning to become a reseller. So if you like this type of content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. And if you hit the notification bell, it will let you know when I release new videos. I have about 2 to 3 videos out a week. And in today's video, I have a Ross haul for you. I went to Ross the other day. My daughter Sydney asked me if we could go get a pair of shoes for her. And I thought, it's so nice. Instead of her asking me, can I go to the mall and get a pair of shoes for $100? She said, how about if we go to Ross, because you can get the same great shoes at really low prices there. So I thought, wow, I am so lucky. That is really nice that she was so thoughtful about that. And so I said, yes, we can go. So we shopped a little bit for shoes, and then she had to leave, and I continued shopping. I'm going to go through and show you everything that I purchased. I have listed everything. I timed every step of the process. I will show you my listings, the amount that I listed each item for, and what I expect to get back, and how much I expect to profit. I estimated shipping time in there also to let you know what I think I should be able to profit on this trip, how long it took me, and how much I'm working per hour. So I will take you back to when we went shopping, and I'll show you a little bit in the store, and then we will come back here and I will show you what I found. Hey Sydney, finding anything? What are those? Cute. Oh, I like those a lot. Cute. Oh, I like these. I'm finding a lot for me, but the prices I think are a little high. Should we sell? This is where you really have to be careful. I looked this up. It has a $298 retail value for $29.99. I found comps that people were asking a lot, but there were none sold at all. So that is not a good sign. So I did not think it was worth the risk of spending $29.99, and it might not ever sell. I liked this men's Adidas hoodie, but there were quite a few out there and some at pretty low prices, so it would not be worth my investment. I continued looking through the men's clothing, and I did find a few pieces that I thought were really good. The easiest way for me to find sold comps now is I will just take out my phone and snap a quick picture while it is hanging using Google Lens. Then it will show me the item
on a variety of different websites, and I can choose which one to go into. If it does not find the exact item, it will give me keywords to help me find it within the platform. These shorts, NBA camo basketball shorts, I almost picked up, but they weren't quite good enough. This, I picked up a Greg Norman golf shirt, and I found several listings that sold in the 30s, and so I did pick it up. I continued to look through the shirts. I had to use my phone to film, so I wasn't able to look up comps using Google Lens while I was filming. And that one, the Levi's shirt, I almost picked up, but I thought it would only sell for about $15. So I ended up putting it back because there wasn't enough of a return on investment.
Okay, first I went to the shoes with Sydney because she wanted to find a pair of shoes, and she found not what she was looking for exactly, but I had a pair of shoes she could borrow, and so she just got these cute little guest slides. Then she had to leave, and so I continued shopping for an hour and 22 minutes, and I will show you what I got. The first thing is this beautiful DKNY dress. I went to the dress section, and there were probably about 20 dresses or so on clearance, and so I looked through all of them. I looked up comps. When I am doing retail arbitrage, a lot of times I will look up comps on everything and make sure that the market is not too overly saturated, because one concern that I have about shopping at, say, a Ross store is that what if every Ross has this item deeply discounted and there are 100 of them out there listed and only 3 have sold? Well, I probably won't sell it. So I go through and I take the time to look up items if I think it's a good sellable brand. And I was thinking about it. I got 12 items and it took an hour and 22 minutes. One of them is multiple quantities. I figured I spent about, for every 9 or 10 minutes, I found one item. So it does take some time. This one was a retail value of $129. It cost with tax $16.30. I have it listed. I have these listed, most of them on eBay and Poshmark. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you the Poshmark amount, and my eBay is pretty equivalent to it. So I have it that on Poshmark for $65. And I always mark the items up about 20% so that I can have some wiggle room to send offers and discounts and price drops and all of that. So I figured I should probably get back at least $33.54, which would be a profit of $17.24. So I'm doubling my money, and I'm great with that. Then I found one more dress, and I love this brand. This is Nanette Lepore. And I have always sold these items well. I've never had one that I've gone, oh, that sat forever. And I tried scanning on eBay or on Amazon Seller app. You can just scan the barcode and it will pull up like items. It didn't pull up either. It didn't pull it up on Google Lens. But I thought I have had recent luck with this brand, so I was willing to purchase it. I was able to later find the exact dress by putting in this information into a search. I put in brown multi and then 443-1 print, and it pulled up the Macy's listing for it. So I was able to get all of the detailed information off of it, which that helps so much to be able to have the full description of the item. So if it doesn't work on Google Lens or even the UPC, try any of the other codes or styles on the tags, on the retail tags or on the interior tags also. So I listed this one at $68 with room to be able to go down 10 to 20%. So I think I should pretty close to double my money on that one also, so that's good. It had a little slip underneath also, so that fell out. Then I went over to an area that had shirts and swimwear, and this was a great find. It was an Under Armour tank. It has a retail value of $35. I paid $5.39 with tax. However, they are going for $30 to $35 each, and the sell-through rate is great. This is a collaboration with Under Armour and The Rock, and I researched a little bit. I thought, I wonder if this is something to try to raise rent for people that are out of work or something. However, I read a little bit about it and it was talking about The Rock, and you know, he's a super successful actor, but it hasn't always been that way. When he was growing up and living in Hawaii, they were evicted from where they live, and the Rent's Due was talking about how he knows what it's like to not have rent and rent being due and having to work really hard and going into the gym, putting forth that effort. And he said that almost everybody that he had known that was successful in business also built their body. And so one of his mantras going into the gym was, okay, I'm gonna hit it hard, rent's due. And so I thought that was kind of cool. I almost wanted to keep this, but I'm going to sell it. And I would accept down to $25, and I only paid $5.39, so that's going to be a good profit on that one. Then this one, I had not heard of this swimsuit brand, but it was really good. This is one of those, when you're in there and you Google it and you find out, oh my gosh, it's worth a lot. Oh, I wanna hide it. I wanna see if there are any more. I don't want anyone to take it from me. I was really impressed with the sold comps. This brand, not sure how to say it. It is ONIA, and it had sold comps 50, 60, 100, like they were really good. And this one did not have a tag on it other than a Ross tag. So what I do is I remove the Ross tag and I just advertise it as new without tags. It does have the hygienic liner in place, so I do put that in there, that it does still have that attached. But when I looked this up, I used Google Lens, and it helps me get descriptive words because it pulls up other things like that. So on that, I have a little notebook that I jot down keywords, and it had leopard, rainbow, pride, one shoulder. So I used all of those words when describing it, and I paid $1.62 with tax for it. I listed it for $68. So awesome, $1.62, and I think I should be able to sell it for at least $50. So this was a great one. And then I found 1, 2, 3 of this Adidas bodysuit, 2 in size small and 1 in size extra large. And I love getting multiple quantities because you're doing virtually the same amount of work to be able to make money on 3 items instead of just 1. And so I think that is a key to making a lot of money per hour. The retail value is only $40, but the sold comps were great. I looked it up and there were more sold than were listed, and I think they sold for around $35 and $38, and they cost $9.99 plus tax each, so $10.86 for each one. So total investment of $32.59 for them, and I have them listed for $35 and I would accept probably down to $30. So I should profit around $13 each, and this was a quick list, so love multiple quantities. But the important thing is though, if you find a lot of them, make sure the market is not oversaturated, and it was not at all. There are just a few of them out there. So a great one. Then the next one is a really pretty love stitch top, and it has this rose gold and dark navy blue metallic stripes. And when I looked it up, it had boho to use as the keyword, and I have a lot of free people, which is very bohemian, so I thought that will go good in my closet. Maybe someone will bundle it with some free people items, and it only costs $3.80. I have it listed for $28. The next one, I thought this was really pretty, is the brand Mark New York, Andrew Mark, and it's a size small, retail value of $69, and it is layered with a solid piece underneath, and then it has this elaborate embroidery. It's pretty heavy and thick, and I found a couple, I didn't find this exact shirt out there, but I found one that was very similar, sold for $35. A couple of them had sold for $35, so I listed mine for $35 and willing to take $28. I paid $9.23 with tax. Then I love this brand. It usually is a good seller for me, and it is Greg Norman, and it's a size extra large, so a great size. Retail value of $75. I paid $15.21 with tax. I have it listed for $45, and there were several sold comps where on eBay where it had been put out to auction and bid up to pretty good prices. I'll put them on the side. So I'm confident that this will sell well and I can double my money on that one. Then the next one, this is really unique. I had not heard of this brand, but it really stood out. And when something stands out, I usually always look it up because sometimes those are the things that can be worth a lot of money. And I looked up Reason. I found some pretty good sales for this brand. And I found out this shirt is called Money Calls. I think there's a graphic down here that is a lady and she has some money and I think she's on the phone, so that must have something to do with that. But it is a men's size small. I paid just $9.77 for it and I have it listed for $44. Then I got a pair of Levi's, and Levi's are usually good sellers for me. 38 by 32. It is the 5'10" skinny fit. And just a nice dark wash. I paid $15.21 and have it listed for $45. So with all of those, usually my goal on retail arbitrage is to at least double my money. If it's at least $10, I don't want to spend $2 and double my money, but it has to be a minimum of making at least $10 per item. I don't want to spend $50 and only make 10, but if I spend 50 and can make 50, that's great. So I think on most of these items, they are very sellable, have a good sell-through rate, and I'm going to double my money on them at least. So now I will go through how much time it took me and how much this adds up to, and all of these estimates are based on sold comps, and so I'm very confident that they will sell for at least what I am predicting. I try really hard never to overinflate how much I can sell something for. So I feel like this is a very reasonable estimate. It took me 1 hour and 22 minutes to shop for these things. Photographing and editing them. I use Photoroom to remove the background, and that only takes a couple minutes the majority of the time. Putting the item on the mannequin or on the ground and smoothing it out, I take the pictures with the tape measure so that people can see exactly how I measured. So that took 47 minutes. So that's a pretty good chunk of time. It took me 81 minutes to list. Now on that, I already have part of my listing process already completed while I'm shopping, because I find it is a time saver when I'm shopping and I'm looking up sold comps. I find one that looks like a good listing on both eBay and Poshmark. Wherever I look it up, there is an option where you can sell a similar item or sell one like this. Then it will pre-fill a draft for you, and it will have some of that data entry information already.
To create a draft on eBay, when you're in your sold listings, find one that looks like yours. Click on it and you will see the option sell one like this. If you click on that, it will bring up a draft that has pre-filled information in for you. Then you scroll down to the very bottom and just click on save for later. You will already have a draft ready to go when you're ready to sit down and list. On Poshmark, if you also go to sold listings, find one that is like the one that you are about to sell, and you're going to click the green up at the top that says to sell a similar item. When you click on that, it will bring up a little pop-up that says list similar item, and so you will just click yes on that, and it will bring you to a draft with some of the pre-filled information also in there. Now to save on Poshmark, you go up to the top left-hand corner and click on cancel. Then it will bring you to the bottom where you have two options. You will want to select the one that says save draft. It will be in your drafts for when you are ready to list later, and it will save some time. One other thing, Poshmark will not allow you to save a draft without a photo, so I'll just quickly snap a photo of the tag or something that I will delete later just so that it will allow me to save the draft.
So when I looked up these Levi's and I found one that was just like it, rather than just closing out my phone, I just quickly hit sell similar, save draft. So now after I've taken my photographs, I just have to go to that draft, put my pictures in and just tweak the listing a little bit to make sure everything is correct for my listing. So that is a big time saver, and so my listing doesn't take as long because I am not doing that twice. I am doing that when I look up the sold comps. Then the last thing, I estimated about half an hour for shipping out these items because I want to account for everything that it takes. If I just said, oh, it only took me 81 minutes to list all these, that would be a little bit deceptive because it's not just about listing, it's about the entire process. So that ends up being exactly 4 hours. I have everything listed for $541. Now, some of these things, someone might come in and just pay full price.
But most likely I am going to give a discount. So we are going to count in these numbers a 20% discount plus a shipping discount of $2.46 on each item. That puts the sale price at $403.28. Then the maximum fees I will pay would be on Poshmark 20%, which would be $80.66. This brings me to $322.62. My cost of goods was $128, leaving a profit of $194.62. When you divide that by 4 hours, that means I am working at $48.65 an hour.
Which I think is pretty good to be able to go shopping and work at home. So I think that is a wonderful income and I enjoy it very much. Now, when I purchase retail arbitrage, I am not making as much times my money as I do, say, when I go to the Goodwill bins. If I spent $128 at the bins, I would probably have enough to make $1,000 from bins items. But this is when I spend $128 here, I can have everything listed in a few hours. It's super easy. There's nothing to really prep. Everything's ready to go. So it's nice to be able to have those kind of purchases. Also, I love all of them. It's hard to say what I enjoy the most. It is nice to have that option to be able to find 12 items to sell and be able to profit around $200. That is everything. I'm very happy with this Ross haul, and if any of these sell, I will definitely put them in my what sold videos each week and let you know how much they actually sell for and how many days they took to sell. So be sure to tune in to my what sold videos. I usually have them every week. I aim for Wednesday every week. If you are interested in watching those, I would love to have you come back and join me for my what sold videos also. Thank you so much for watching, and everybody have a great day. Bye.